The word on the street is EastEnders needs to shake up their cast. What do I mean by this? Well, we need all those deadweight characters gone. We need Bernie gone. We need Felix gone. He's already gone. We need Callum gone. We need Sonia gone. We need Phil and Mitchell gone. We need all these characters gone. We need to gut the show, take out its insides, and reshape it all together like it's a game of Operation. I think that's the game I'm thinking of. So yeah,
Yes.
I hope that intro was a bit race-baiting for you, because that was supposed to be the goal. I'm just saying that because I don't want people yelling at me saying you should cut off your head. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that.
First minute, let's go.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, it's an interesting topic, right? Shaking things up in what way? In what way does it mean no executive producer coming in, proceeding to reshape the cast and get rid of a bunch of exits? Like Chris Clenshaw previously got rid of a good chunk. Like, got rid of Whitney, got rid of Ben, got rid of like Stuart, Rainey, Finley. He got rid of a decent couple of characters who were probably to be described as dead weight. And it is quite bold, you know. Maybe they want something more akin to the Coronation Street cast cull, where they've gotten rid of like 10 people at least. Like, so many people are leaving. Or does it just mean in general? Because as of the last year or so, Hollyoaks did this big time jump. And Channel 4 decided, oh, Hollyoaks, how you doing really, really well. Well, what if we tighten this vice a little bit on your balls? What? Why? I've been doing so well. We're just going to tighten it a little bit more. Oh, God. What do I need to do? You need to cut like 120 members of staff on the show. Sorry, what? You said 120 members? 120 members, boy. Ugh. Not again. And then they immediately, oh, yeah, and you only get an hour a week. Yeah, all right. Winner. Great. Cheers, guys. And they had to get rid of like 20 to 30 members of the cast and completely reshape it, what they did in a way of like a time jump. And this kind of fully culminated as there's now a missing year of Hollyoaks that we're never going to see, but they can always like take a little nugget out of it, like take it back and be like, oh, that's delicious. Oh, that's cool, because they recently did a flashback episode, which was kind of cheeks, in my opinion. But still, it's always just, I don't understand the angle for this shake-up, though. I don't understand the take. This person did want more something akin to the Hollyoaks type. Let's just reshape the whole cast. It's like, yeah, because the cast is the problem. Like, I think why this has happened is because people have just gotten a bit stir crazy. I feel like the aftermath of the 40th anniversary has been quite long-winded. It's like we only just had the funeral, like, this previous week, and it's just been quite a long-standing, very slow-moving bit where they've not really wanted to progress it too much because Chris Clenshaw is leaving and Ben Wadey's coming in, so they don't necessarily want to fully like go forward with all these new big ideas, and you are kind of hanging on to the characters who are going to leave soon, like probably when this is released. I'd imagine Bianca, Sonia, and Bex are all gone. So like it's you're still holding a lot of excess weight that you really aren't going to use in this next version, but you also can't really change it because Ben Wadey's episodes, they got to be coming any day now. So it's such a weird thing. Like I personally, I think the cast is in a pretty good spot, honestly. I think the cast is quite strong. There are noticeable deadweight characters at this point. There are characters who have clearly not been given their time on the show, but fundamentally, it's probably in a pretty good spot. Like, there's no real huge like, I hate this cast member. What do you reckon about this? What do you think about the cast?
I don't see a problem with the cast, honestly. Yes, I was messing with my hair, give myself bangs, but I don't see anything wrong with the cast. I can understand why people want to shake up. It's the hot new thing to do with soaps at the moment, mainly Coronation Street and Hollyoaks. I don't know about Emmerdale. Emmerdale's
Emmerdale, they did also have a pretty big set of deaths lately. And by lately, I mean like a month ago, but yeah.
I was going to say Emmerdale is like that happy middle child that doesn't get acknowledged, but always gets the blame for when Coronation Street's bad.
I keep getting told that it's doing quite well, so still don't watch it, of course.
I'm still waiting for you when you watch it.
Still don't watch it.
I'm waiting for you when you watch it and you do the Peter Griffin when he talks with the Godfather. So what did you think of Emmerdale? It insists upon itself, lads. It insists upon itself. Like, oh, okay, fair enough. But it's just a new thing. People want the cast gone. For reasons I can think of, is probably because a lot of them keep getting screen time. A lot of people's favorite characters like Shrimpy are not getting screen time, and that's kind of like a problem.
Oh, that triangle. Immediately go with Cat Slayer.
Yeah, Cat Slayer. There we go. I just wanted one to throw you off, so I went for Shrimpy. But
yeah, sure.
Okay. Don't be narcissistic with your co-host, okay? We love each other on this channel, isn't that right, Ash? I'm only messing. But yeah. So it's because people's characters aren't getting the love they need. And I can see why. And plus with the fact there's already technically 4 people going to be leaving. Because Beck, Sonia, Bianca, I believe Bianca has already left, and Ruby's also left, and Felix will be leaving, and Martin has already left as well. I know he died, but he left. So you can see where I'm coming from with it. It's probably, I don't think we need a cast cull. I don't think we need a shaking of the cast. So I think you've got a pretty extensive middle ground of, you've got your kind of legacy characters and you've got your modern characters. I think you've got your new characters, which is how ideally you want to do a show, where you want to have your iconic characters kind of not the forefront, but be there to hold the show in case they do a terrible storyline. They can be like, oh, Ed suddenly sub in here, and then he can continue.
You don't want it to lose the identity, right? I mean, it's like why people have a problem with Coronation Street right now. Is Coronation Street is relying a little bit too heavily on a lot of the younger cast, but because they've not exactly had the best writing in the last couple of years and the best direction, a lot of the younger cast, they're not really stepping up to the level that the older cast may have been. So you're getting more, well, not just overexposed characters who aren't liked because of how much screen time they're getting in comparison to not giving it to the older characters. But yeah, no, I do genuinely think it's in a good bit. The teenagers, they're set. They are set. They are fine. The young adults, it's kind of a bit iffy in that area. It's kind of, we have a lot of in between, but we're slowly getting there with the teen characters. They're slowly adulting. Then you have the middle. There's a decent chunk as well. Probably could do with a couple more, but with Peter, Lauren, Jay, Callum, that sort of demographic. Then you have the slightly older ones like the Sonias, Biancas, etc. There is a good mix of the cast. Obviously, there are characters which we pretty openly explained about multiple times, saying Chelsea's probably on the way, Chelsea's probably gone, Bernie, Felix is already gone, but we were already talking about it. And then maybe one of the knights, perhaps. But yeah, it's just kind of it is necessarily a good place. But I also think a symptom of this, and I think the reason why people may be a little bit jaded with this, is simply because it has been a very long era, right? If you look back to 2022, halfway through 2022, Chris Clenshaw took over, and the show is completely different, and it has been completely reshaped in his image of what he wants EastEnders to be. You can understand that there is a bit of fatigue because, as I said earlier, we're now just kind of playing it out with the pieces they currently have. They did introduce Vicky, Ross, and Joel as the new family, but still they're not really aiming to introduce new characters right now because Ben Wadey's yet to really take shape. So it's kind of it's a really hard one to manage, because now we are just seeing through the episodes. And it's not like Chris Clenshaw was an alien to having a couple of pretty dodgy months in there, January was, I get that you wanted to buffer Christmas and the 40th anniversary, But good Christ, January did not have to be so damp. Like, it did not have to be that way, Chris Clenshaw. But it's but yeah, it's simply just fatigue, in my opinion. But and we're now like, this is, I'll make the analogy. So Chris Clenshaw and EastEnders have split up, but they're still friendly. But they can't move out of the house till like a month and a half. So you're now just kind of like walking on eggshells, like, oh hey, this is great, and just slowly as we don't get Ben Wadey's episodes and we still see Chris Clenshaw, it's like, yeah, when are you moving out, Chris? You know, when are we gonna start? You know, I've got a new person I'm seeing, you know, and they might actually move in, but you know, they can't move in till you're gone. So when are you moving out? Oh well, you know, I still got a lot of stuff working. I can't move out yet. I just need a bit more time. And it's like, all right, Chris, it's been like a month now. It's been like it's nearly been a month since this has happened. Could you please politely fuck off? It's been a great 3 years. Love the 3 years. Fantastic. You know, best relationship of my life. But politely, I need you to fucking leave because I can't move on if you're still here. I think that is the genuine fatigue. It's just, all right, we've done that now. And that's probably how most people felt around the 40th anniversary. Went, that was cool. All right, now we just need to get through Martin's funeral. Banging. All right, we got through Martin's funeral. What's next? Yeah. Now Sonia and stuff. Oh, great. All right. Yeah. And it's a hard thing to do because you don't want to invest in characters who aren't going to be there in 6 months' time, right? It's that kind of catch-22 where you want to give the characters a necessary exit, and you want one that would actually kind of corroborate with their stature as a character. But also, if they're not going to be there in 9 months, you're not going to invest that much time into them, are you? It's like Karen's exit. Chris Clenshaw was great at letting characters sit around and do the square root of nothing. Until the exit, and then suddenly the exit, they've fucking tidied themselves up. They got a new haircut. Just, yeah, I'm Karen Taylor. I've been great this whole time. It's like, let's not let's not act like an idiot now. Sorry, Karen, you said you were good this whole time. Well. So, yeah, it's an impossible standard. I don't think it needs a shake-up fundamentally. I think a shake-up's a bit bold. It's just people lashing out because they don't really like this direction of the show. And that's also allowed. It's just kind of... It's wild to see that this is probably the best the show's been in years. 2023 was the best year in soap in a long, long time. Best year in soap in a long time. And people even then were still like, yeah, this is shit, this. It's like, what? How do you not enjoy? But then soaps are, you know, they are subjective. Everybody has their own take on it. We can't win all the fans, and a lot of the vocal, like, minority are a small demographic of people who do... I mean, some people do just love to moan about the show. I try to do the opposite for the most part. Fail sometimes, of course. Peep any of the Coronation Street videos that have come out lately. But it's just a thing. People go through different times. Like, fucking, it's really wild to quantify that 3 years have passed. Not like 3 years and about 2 months have gone past. And Chris Clenshaw's been at the helm of the show the whole time. And it's not like he's getting like holiday every fucking week, you know? He has to maintain a long-running soap where you have to produce like 200 episodes a year. And you have to at least try to make sure they're all somewhat quality. I'm sure like there are other directors and he's just kind of behind the scenes on the desk. But yeah, it's a wild thing, but soap will inevitably stay the same as everybody changes, and stuff you like now may not be the stuff that you liked back then. I used to be a guy who sought out soaps to watch the relationships of gay couples because, you know, it's great. like this romance. And these days, I don't get invested in any couple because I'm jaded and I'm a 24-year-old man.
Soon to be 25. Soon to be 25. I'm soon to be 22. Let's go. I'm gonna end it here. I'll just quickly give my thoughts, and then I'll let you go, lads, because I think this has been a fun time with Grandad Piggy and Grandad Ash. We've let you stayed up past your bedtime. We've let you had the cookies, and we've let you had the milk or coke, but now it's time for bed. But I just people are like you perfectly nailed on the head. People are jaded from Chris Crenshaw because I don't know if he's the longest executive producer, but he's been there from 2022 to 2025. So roughly 3 years, but probably be more 2.5 because people want to get technical about it. But like, well, technically,
I think he took over in like June 2022.
Yeah.
Leaves technically like February 2025. So
but
his episodes are still airing. So,
but it's just they are very jaded. I do agree with the what's it called? Why am I getting a picture of someone's bulge in my head? What is the word I'm trying to think of? I can't think of the word. I do agree with your point though of like it is like a bad relationship.
Oh, the analogy.
Yeah, the analogy. Thank you. But anything else I have to say? I don't have anything to add to this. So just like I said, Grandpa Piggy and Grandpa Ash tucked me into bed. I hope you enjoyed those cookies and milk. And we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.